Hello, welcome to Mastery to Millions. My name is Liberman Wang, and I'm going to tell you the 7 secrets to build your business in today's economy. I'm super excited that you're here, and if we were in person, I'd be giving you a handshake and saying, great to meet you. Well, this is a virtual handshake. Know that in the times we are dealing with today, with COVID, the pandemic, our new normal, we need to think about things differently. It reminds me back in the day, about 20 years ago, I was in a situation where everything was great, and all of a sudden it wasn't. I'd worked for a company, MCI, which became WorldCom and later went bankrupt, and we had to start over. I kind of think of that as being the same thing that happened to a lot of us today. We had the pandemic. All of a sudden there was this fear. What are we going to do? How are we going to survive? Some people took action. Some people froze. But whatever the case, that was that inertia of, I got to do something, but I don't know what to do. And it really required thinking differently. We were in a situation where we went from prosperity to desperation overnight, and we needed to build ourselves back up and start a business to do that. We actually went from nothing to something in a very short period of time. And I'm going to give you those tools and resources that you can do that no matter where you are in your business, be able to take it to another level. But first, I want to make you understand that there are some challenges today. And one of the biggest challenges businesses have is they have great products and services, but no one's buying. Either they don't know about it, they haven't heard about it, there's so much noise out there, how do you get it seen and heard among everything else? Or you're spending money on social media and you don't know how to get a return for it. You're putting it out there and not getting the results. You think, okay, everybody says do Facebook ads, LinkedIn ads, TikTok, Instagram, whatever the case is, but you're not actually seeing the returns because you don't know how to actually convert the marketing into a returnable income. And not everybody knows how. It's a lot of work. The other is maybe you decide to go live on social media and you figured, I'm going to use the internet, the super highway, and be able to meet and greet more people. But the truth is, maybe you don't have a following. Maybe you don't have an audience. So you spend hours and hours creating all this material to share on social media, but crickets, no one even knows you're there. Right? Or maybe you don't have a proven plan that works and you're just grasping at every idea out there. Somebody shows you a video, well, I'm going to do that. Somebody else tells you to do YouTube. Somebody else tells you, okay, well, you need to go to this networking event. You need to call this one. You need to do this. And before you know it, you're like, oh my God, what do I need to do? And there's a mass confusion. If you relate to this, then I want you to be writing out to me, find me, Lisa Liberman Wang, say, I relate, because here's what it is. It is confusion out there, and we need to be able to find a way out of it. What I'm going to share with you is Mastery to Millions. This is not an idea. It's not a theory. This is a proven system. I've been fortunate to be able to build multiple businesses over the last several decades that created multiple 6- and 7-figure businesses. And one day I was with some of my clients, and they said to me, Lisa, what is it you did that every single business you started that I built in the last 2 decades made 6 figures the first year? 6 figures the first year. Do you realize the average business is lucky to make that in 5 years, and I did it in 1? So I started thinking about it, and I said, well, what is it that I did? Not only for me, but I've helped other people do that. And I nailed it down to something so simple as the 7 secrets you must know to build your business in today's economy, because the truth is that I built my business in this kind of economy, and I'm going to show you how to do that too. It starts with mindset. It's everything between our 2 ears. The second is going to be taking massive action. I'm going to show you specific action you're going to need to take to actually see results. The third is modeling success, because you don't have to recreate the wheel. The fourth is measuring what you're doing, managing, marketing and innovation, and masterminding. I want you to take out a piece of paper right now and draw a line in the middle. That's right. On one side, I want you to start taking notes of the things that you're going to be able to do right now to apply to your business. And on the other side, I want you to put a value to it of what it's going to be worth to you, because it was worth millions to me, and I'm sure it'll be worth millions to you. If you'd like to get a copy of this presentation, all you need to do is go to 90210, text 90210, the word find to fab, and I'll send you a copy of it. Plus, I'll be giving away some free gifts of free books and other things that you'll want to be able to be there for, because I'll be auctioning off and raffling off my little books and things that you're going to want to be part of. So go to text 90210, find to fab, and I'll be happy to give you the gifts and a copy of the presentation. So let's start with mindset. Mindset is super important because you may be the chokehold to your business. Realize that income is direct proportionate to your beliefs. Now, if you look at the word belief, there's a 3-letter word in the middle of it. What is it? That's right. It's the word lie. It's the lies you tell yourself. Know that 55% of our beliefs were formed by the time we're 5 years old, and they were given to us by well-meaning teachers, preachers, guardians, and parents. The other 45% were built on a shaky foundation, to say the least. There's not one belief that we can prove. If you ever heard the expression, money doesn't grow on trees, you have to work hard for your money. Things are hard, you're not going to get it the easy way, right? All the different stuff, the things that we were told. Well, these are lies that we were told. Think about it. If your parents told you about the Easter Bunny and Santa Claus, they may have lied about other things too. The truth be told, though, is whatever you believe can become a self-fulfilling prophecy, because your mind doesn't know the difference between what is real and vividly imagined. So if you tell yourself that the economy is good and there's an opportunity for you, you're right. If you're telling yourself it's hard, you're also right. Know that success is 80% psychology and 20% mechanics. You want to make sure the most important project that you'll ever invest in is yourself. That's right. Investing in yourself is critical, but here's what ends up stopping people. They end up worrying about perfection or being perfect all the time. They're worried about failing, or even if fear of success happens for some. What if I'm successful? Then I'll have to keep topping it, right? What if I fail? Well, I'll let you know, if you never started, you already did fail. So what are some of the things you need to work on personally? And that's what you're going to do. That's the most important investment you'll ever do. The challenge is fear of loss, the past, the unknown, failure, the future, making a mistake. Here's what I can tell you. Never seek advice from your fears. They can be constructive or destructive. You want to make sure you're just moving forward in the belief of knowing that this is possible. You can have all you desire. Know that right now, with the pandemic, with COVID, we've been dealing with this for months on end. It'll be almost a year soon enough. And then what ends up happening? We need to look at what happened when all the stuff came out. There was a business crisis trend. And what happened is the first thing you see is shock. There was a startling thing. Nobody knew what to do. They froze. They just, inactivity, right? So many businesses did that. And today they're actually no longer in business. There are others that had desperation and a stampede. They made lots of wrong decisions, they didn't know what to do. Some did something, some did nothing. Lowering prices, creating price wars, putting themselves out of business with the things they did. Other stages that we ended up coming into where we evaluate what we're doing. We start making other strategic decisions. What is it we need to be doing at this time? Still small, reoccurring wrong actions, maybe some right, putting the needle going up again. And then stage 4 is when we have deliberate action, strategic rebound. Seems like where we are right now for most people. And then stage 6 is surge and burst, preparedness and opportunity, and then continuing business. Realize that the key behaviors for success is to decide, adapt, deliver, engage, according to Harvard Business Review. When you do that, things will change. What I want to tell you right now is we are in a winter economy. And what that means is we have winter, spring, summer, and fall. Think about winter as scarcity. We're in a recession. People are afraid of spending money, and then how they spend money is different. They're still spending money. Studies show 93% of the gross domestic product is still being spent. It's just being spent differently. People want to make sure they have value. They want to have more security in their purchases. There's other decisions being made on how they're actually spending. We're in what's called a recession, but I want you to know we're no stranger to a recession. Since the 1700s, we've had over 40 recessions. And in those 40 recessions, the Fortune 500 top companies that are here from 2009, from the last one, actually are the ones thriving, like IBM, General Motors, Toll House Cookies, Apple, Microsoft, Burger King. All these companies started back years ago, and they are now part of the Fortune 500. So I'm telling you that in any economy, even this one, there's opportunity for you. So please take out your notes. Right, start taking notes, because this is going to be important. It's going to be a game changer for you. The first thing you need to know is everything is psychology. What you do, why you do it, and the need that you're filling. Stop waiting for perfection. It doesn't have to be perfect. Eliminate the excuses that are keeping you stuck and move forward. Start by being a raving fan of your own business. Here's what I want to tell you. If you're a raving fan first of your product and service and you want to share it with everyone, it makes it really easy. I consider a raving fan someone that's in an elevator elevator with somebody, you're on the second floor, they start complaining about something that you know you can solve their problem. By the time you get to the seventh floor, you've already shared your information. That's a raving fan saying, I want to help you so badly. I want to tell you what I have. If you're not screaming about your services and how you can make a difference and help people from the rooftops, I don't know how much of a raving fan you are. Now, it doesn't mean you have to go out and scream. I'm not being literal. I'm saying be a raving fan of your own product, because if you don't believe in it, nor will anybody else. You want to avoid marketing myopia. Marketing myopia is when everyone's holding up the same sign saying ABC company, ABC company, ABC company. If you look like everybody else, what discerns you and what makes you different that somebody decides to work with you? The only way it's going to be a difference is if they see your solution versus what everybody else is doing. So you want to make sure you separate yourself. Businesses suffer from marketing myopia, focusing on the product rather than the customer. Focusing on the product rather than the customer. It's not about it's not about the product, it's about what's in it for me, for the customer. Make believe they're wearing a sign saying, what's in it for me? How are you gonna help me? How are you gonna serve me? One of the biggest mistakes is people don't understand the business they're in. I remember one day somebody asked Mr. Revlon, what business are you in? And most people would think that he's in the cosmetic business and he does makeup. But know what he answered? He said, I'm in the business of selling hope. That's right. He sells hope for women to feel beautiful. What business are you in? And that's what you want to do from the perspective of your customers' needs and wants and how you fill it. The most important thing when you do that to separate yourself from everybody else is to brand you. That's right. Brand you, become the expert. I wrote the book on it. Brand you, become the expert. I did this with a business associate. You want to be able to stand out and create your own personal, unique brand. Super important. I'm going to show you how to get the book for free. Don't worry about it. People buy you. You want to sell yourself. And that's what you want to do. Set yourself out. Here's an interesting thing. If you're out there selling a product and you're selling shovels, you said, everybody here, buy my shovel, buy my shovel, buy my shovels. Everybody's going, I don't want a shovel. Why would I want a shovel? Well, here's what I want you to do. It's December. It's snowing. There's 4 feet of snow outside. Now, do you want to buy my shovel? Right. Yes, you do. You want to buy my shovel now. Brand you, become the expert. Be the person that shovels them out and gets them out of the problem that they have. Be the solution, not the product. This will actually help you identify your ideal client. People will know that they want what you have and need what you have. You'll be the valued expert in your industry and you'll be able to sell things for a premium. So you want to be the expert and you want to market yourself out there. Then when you're talking to people, you're not saying the same thing as everybody else. You're not a coach like everybody else. You're not a realtor like everyone else, a mortgage person, or maybe an accountant. You are unique. You need to figure out how to brand yourself uniquely so that when someone's looking for a shovel, looking to get shoveled out, you're the solution, right? How do you do that? Well, as I said to you, my name is Lisa Liberman Wang. I am the only Jewish Chinese woman with this name, but there's something more. I am the only person out there who is actually, as a business and life strategist, helping people create multiple 6- and 7-figure businesses. And how I do that is helping people personally and professionally. And here's the key thing. Because of what I've done, I am on stages here. I'm on a stage in Maryland with 6,000 people. I'm on a stage in North Carolina with thousands of people. I'm on a stage in Miami at the Miami Arena with 25,000 people. I have them all raising their hand. Raise your hand with me. That's right. They'll follow you when you're the leader and you're proving your success. Then it got me on TV, on ABC, NBC, CBS. You want to be the expert that people come out to look for. The people will follow and do what you do and find out how you do it. People will want what you have because you're solving their problems and you're setting the solutions. Then you'll find yourself the expert on ABC, NBC, CBS, if you want to, if that's your goal. But the idea is you have to go out and prove it first. You have to go out and make a difference, help people with what you do, and the rest will follow. I've been on ABC, NBC, CBS, all these different stations. I've been doing this for years, helping people build themselves and their business. And I can't wait to be able to give you that gift. Go to brandyoubecomethexpert.com right now. I'm going to give you my book. I'm going to give it to you for free. You just cover the shipping. If you go on Amazon, it's $25. You cover the shipping. You get the book for free. And I'm going to also teach you how to be the best salesperson, outsell other people 57-1 if you want. When you get there, pay attention to that. It's a really important bonus. But here's how we're going to do it. We were talking about the 7 secrets you must know to build your business in today's economy. I told you the first thing you need to do is mindset. You have to let go of any limiting belief that's holding you back. If you think that right now it's difficult to build your business, you're right. If you think that you need to know more, then you're going to wait to know more. If you think that you don't know enough, then you're going to not take action because you don't know enough. If you feel like you have fear of people looking at you in the wrong way or anything else, all these beliefs need to be ripped up. If you were to write them all on a paper right now, I encourage you to do that. And then when you're done, take a piece of paper, rip them up and go BS, BS, BS. You can figure out what that BS stands for, right? Belief systems or something else. But rip them up and start a new day and start it fresh. Set your goals on what you want. Know where you want to go and set them as SMART specific goals. S is SMART, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. Set your goals for what you want. You want to see the future in advance and see yourself hitting those goals. One of the things I shared with you is that when we started years ago, we went into a situation where I said I reminded of COVID, 17, 18, 19 years ago when we had to start over again. Well, I saw the future in advance. I saw us out of that situation. We ended up going from prosperity to desperation overnight, and we brought ourselves back to prosperity again. I'm going to tell you how to do that because you can do this. I am not the only one that's done this. I've helped other people do it over the years, and you can too. We were $500,000 in debt. We just put $250,000 into our backyard. We had a mortgage on our house left. We had all these other things going down and not in our favor. We had 3 months left of mortgage to pay, and then that was it. My husband gets laid off after 9/11. We are having to start all over again. I created a vision board and said, I see the future in advance. I see money under our mattress. I see the endless vacations. We're going to have all the money back. We're going to be millionaires again. We do not need to be in this position. And sure enough, within 5 years, we were out of debt. Within 7 years, we're putting money back, and we were able to build our life the way we wanted, bigger and better, and be worth even more now than we were then. But we needed the mindset. We needed to see the future in advance. I want you to see your future in advance. Whatever it is you want, write down your goal right now. Write down as a monetary goal of how much money you want to make. Then write down as a goal of how many people you're going to help that will help you get to that goal. Because when you write these things down, you don't need to know how. You need to know what and why. You need to know why you're doing what gets you out of bed in the morning, that will make you do things when you don't want to do. Pick up the phone, call people, learn something new, implement something new, all the things. You need to know why you're doing it. And it may be for your family, it may be for your future, for your travel, for your wishes, your dreams, your bucket list. It may be to do more charity. Whatever the case is, see the future in advance, see it as if it already happened. And then the why will, the how will follow. And then always remember to invest in you. You are the most important investment. My friend Sharon Lechter, who wrote Think and Grow Rich for Women and Outwitting the Devil and Rich Dad, Poor Dad with Robert Kiyosaki, I asked her, where would you invest your money today with the times that's happening right now? And she said, you know what, Lisa? Where everybody should be investing is invest in you. You need to invest in yourself. Just the fact that you're here, I know you're investing in you. You're investing your time, which is priceless, to be here to learn something. Invest in you. I'm a big proponent of investing in me. I've been doing it for decades. So let's continue. When you go out there, make sure the secret to actually building your business is to, instead of saying what you do, say who you help. I help what? I help people, take care of their finances. I help people with their mindset. I help people what? What is the problem that you're solving? How do you help people? And how do you close more sales? You find people that are buying and you sell the people you're buying. One of the biggest challenges I found when I came around business owners and mindset is you have a great heart. You want to help a lot of people, but may be afraid of being rejected. I remember one day I went to a sales call and I brought my husband. He was a computer programmer. He worked for PricewaterhouseCoopers, not a salesperson. And I turn around, we go into the store, the owner wasn't there, his sister was, and she turns around, she's not interested in what we have. We get in the car and he turns around and he goes, I hate salespeople. And I look at him and I'm like, what do you mean you hate salespeople? I was like, handsome, you married a salesperson. I call him handsome. He says, I hate being rejected. I was like, they didn't reject you. They rejected chocolate chip cookies. He's like, what do you mean? I said, we offered them chocolate chip cookies and they wanted oatmeal raisin. I said, it's not us they're rejecting. They don't know us well enough not to like us. Well, time passed. I went back and I found the owner and I offered him chocolate chip cookies. And yes, they became clients. No, people are not rejecting you. They're rejecting your offer. So we need to make sure we do not take it personally. The goal is to find out what they need and what they want. And it's that sweet spot in between the need and want is when they actually make decisions. We have to understand that people buy for emotional reasons and justify on logic. We have to solve that challenge by giving them exactly what they need. Know that there are 4 defenses that every client has. The first is they have to trust you, have a real need, have a sense of urgency to do something, and they need to want help. If those things are not satisfied, then they're not making a decision. And if you're out there having a hard time selling people your product or service, know that people sell based on their needs and beliefs, not on the consumer. You need to be aware of that, because what ends up happening, if you think that you want more time, then you're going to sell people on time. If you think that things are expensive, you're going to justify price. You want to make sure you listen to your customers' needs and sell them what they want, because there's a big difference. Otherwise, you'll be justifying and working the wrong way. I'll give you an example. One of my clients came to me, Rob, and it turned out that he has this amazing gym. He's a franchisor, and it's a CrossFit gym, and there's never the same exercise twice. It's quite phenomenal. He told me all about the place, and there's a big challenge. It's like the best gym in the world, but in 4 months, they had 103 people come through their doors and only 7 people enrolled in their services. That's like less than 7% closing ratio. He said, Lisa, I need help. I said, okay, well, what's going on? When he told me all about the place, I was sold. I was like, this sounds amazing. I didn't even need to go. It was amazing. He says, come in and see what's happening. Well, I experienced the place, and the person they had at the front door didn't actually have the same mindset as Rob. They weren't telling the same story. They weren't as enthusiastic about it. And the experience was not what Rob told me it would be. So what ended up happening, I go through the whole thing. I ended up working out as a customer. It was the best workout I ever had. It was quite phenomenal. I turn around, I'm done. I say, this is the best workout I ever had. They said, did you worked out before? I said, yes. After I was done, I said, I must have lied because I never worked out this way. This was a real workout. It was incredible. And the girl comes over to me and says, you think you'll come back? And I was like, wow, she should have given me an order form at that moment to register, because it was phenomenal. I said to Rob, here's the challenge. What you have and what you're portraying is not being portrayed by the other people. They don't have your mindset. They're coming from scarcity. They don't actually believe the way you believe. They don't know how great this is. We changed the way they were doing business. We changed the way they made the offers. We changed the whole process. Just with an hour's conversation, the next 11 people that walked into the facility, 10 of them enrolled in the service of becoming a member at the gym. Friggin' amazing, wouldn't you agree? Well, implementing that, they went from 7% closing ratio to 91%. They have, on average, people staying with them for 5 years. Those 10 people meant $22,000 to their bottom line. The next 100 people that come in, when they close 91%, that was over a value of $213,000 in revenue. And over the next 5 years, that's $1 million in revenue. Think about your business. What are you portraying? How are you putting things out there? What's the message you're giving? Is it being conveyed if you're not a solopreneur? If you have other people working with you? Is that mindset being portrayed throughout your organization? If not, you need to change it. Rob did, and the success is in the pudding. It's awesome. Second is taking massive action. It's about doing a little bit every day that creates true wealth. It's about taking massive directed action, knowing what to delegate, automate, and eliminate. Write that down. Delegate, automate, and eliminate. So many people have to-do lists. We have to have what not to do lists. You want to create a plan of what specifically you need to do. Put the plan together by looking at it as a 3-year plan, 2 years, 1 year, every month, every week, every day. Now you may say, well, right now I just want to get to tomorrow. I understand that, but that's not how business works. We have to project out into the future so we know where we're going to be, and then we can measure, monitor, adjust, and control on what we need to do. That's part of the 7 secrets to mastery. So you want to look out into the future, and then you want to focus on result-producing activities. Start seeing what you're doing. Write down everything you do on a daily basis. Put it in your calendar. You'll start noticing, you'll circle all the things that you do that are result-producing activities that make the register ring ka-ching, and anything that doesn't make the register ring cha-ching are things you need to delegate or automate or eliminate. Because here's what's happening. Most people are spending 80% of their time on tasks and administration and things that don't make the register ring, and 20% of the time that is. You have to reverse that order and spend 80% of your time on things that make the register ring ka-ching and 20% on administration. When you do, you'll see your business will grow. And focus on the 3 C's. The 3 C's are conversations that create cash. That's right. I love this. One of the things I found years ago is that I was trained by Tom Hopkins, and he said it takes 29 no's to get a yes. So every day in my career, I started out in sales with IBM and MCI, and then I ended up having my own businesses, and I have a list of 30 names on it. And every time somebody said no, I'd say, thank you, next, thank you, next, because I knew by the end of the day, by 30, but not even the end of the day, by the time I got to 30, I'd get at least one yes, because that was what the law of average is. Well, if conversations create cash today with technology, the computer age, with all the different things we're dealing with, people have stopped building these relationships. People still buy from people. You want to make a goal to be able to connect with other people. I told this to one of my clients, and she was out there. She was, I call it in the box, on social media, posting and doing things. But first, mindset was one thing. She always had a positive mindset, but the action wasn't actually taking massive action in constructive things that would make the register ring. And I said, here, Vina, here's what I want you to do. I want you to actually make a point to reach out to people and find people who need what you have, find opportunities to get in front of those people. And that's exactly what she did. And just a couple of months ago, she started with me, and she's been coaching with me at that time over a month. And it turned out that within 3 weeks, she made over $40,000. Within 5 weeks, she made $72,000. That's right. During the pandemic, when everybody said, no one's spending money, you can't do things, you can't be making an offer. And she's a parent-child peacemaker. Think about what happened with families coming home together right now, parents becoming teachers, becoming kindergarten students now, because they're not only helping their kids, but they're sitting in with the classes, right? There are so many things happening right now where her services were needed, but she needed to take massive action to make sure she was putting herself in front of the right people to be able to be seen and heard so that they would know she's there for them. So again, conversations create cash. And then what you want to do in taking massive action is OPP, leveraging other people's people. That's right. There are people out there that already have your client in their waiting room. They're already doing business with people who you want to do business with. How are you reaching out to them? That is one of the secrets to everything in business, is other people's people. Find those people and find how you can add more value to them, and then they can add value to you. Complementary businesses, other vertical markets, joint ventures. I said this to one of my clients, Brenda. I said, she happens to be a transformative neuro Reiki master. And I said, who has your client? She said, well, yoga studios have my clients. Gyms have my clients. I said, awesome. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to reach out to those people and add value, because as a transformative neuro Reiki master, you can actually help them right now. Well, she did exactly that. And what was totally amazing is part-time, she built a business working 15 to 20 hours a week to $94,000 part-time. During the pandemic, she calls me up. She says, Lisa, everybody's giving away for free. I said, I don't care that they're giving away for free. You can give some things away for free, but still charge. You give it away for free, you're going to be out of business. Remember that curve for the business trend? I said, you can't. You'll be out of business. They're putting themselves out of business. So she listened to me. In July, she did $22,000 in revenue. Just a couple of weeks ago, she did a challenge online for manifestations, and it turned out that from that challenge, she did $15,000 in sales in 2.5 weeks. Wow, for energy work. I want you to hear this, because I don't care what business you're in. Whatever traditional business, brick and mortar, click and order, coaching, you can be building your business now. There is no reason. People need what you have. They are spending money. It's just whether or not you're having the right conversation. So to take massive action, let's go to number 3 for the 7 secrets. So now it's modeling success. Stop recreating the wheel. There are people who already paved the path. You need to find out what they're doing. And how do you do that? Is you leverage other people's experience. That's right. The first thing I learned years ago is modeling success, what the most successful people have done. Every business I built went first year was 6 figures. And I said, I'll tell you how. I'm telling you how as we're going, but how is because I've been working with dozens and dozens of mentors over the last 3 decades. I've worked with Tony Robbins for 27 years. That's right, 27 years. I went to his events back then, and then I stayed and crewed, and I became a senior leader, and then a trainer and a platinum partner of his. I've been mentored by everybody he ever mentioned in the footnotes, from Dr. Bandler and Grinder and Robert Dilts. I learned from them. I became a licensed master NLP practitioner and trainer. Then I learned from Frank Kern, top internet marketer in the world, and Kevin Neeshans. And then I learned from Keith Cunningham, Jay Abraham. The list goes on and on and on. And why? Because I wanted to learn from other people what they did to be successful, because I didn't want to go from the school of hard knocks. I wanted to know what I needed to do and follow someone else's proven system. I'm giving you a proven system right now, because here's the deal. Nobody wants a concept. Nobody wants to say, okay, try this, do that, experiment here. We want to know, what do I need to do to get from 0 to hero, and how do I do it quickly and easily without having to hit my head against the wall, right? Well, that's what a proven system does, something that's been done. And I have done this time and time again, where I created the 6-figure plus coaches and businesses, which is the big money blueprint, creating signature programs and talks that will sell. So many people out there spreading their message, going online, social media, telling all this stuff. Great motivational speakers, right? But they don't know how to convert to make any money. So I put together a program to actually teach you from the confidence formula, creating your intellectual property, so you don't have to be like marketing myopia and that everybody's trying to figure out how, you're the same as everybody else. And knowing how to identify your ideal client avatar so you can speak directly to him or her. Creating a sensational soundbite, which I'm going to teach you to do shortly, which will help you discern the difference and delineate the fact that you're different than everybody else. How to create a signature program that is a difference, that makes a difference of what you offer that no one else offers. How to create a signature talk that is a conversation like I'm having with you that adds unbelievable value to somebody, that will make them not only walk away feeling full as if you've just served them a great meal, but wanting more. And then also how to create the funnels to generate the leads so you can nurture those people until they're ready to buy. How to have landing pages that convert and enroll people, and how to promote your programs online and off. I'm going to share with you one of my clients that actually took what I'm telling you and what happened for her. So I want to share that with you.
Hi everyone, Maggie here. So about 2 years ago, I took the Tony Robbins online program called KBB, which is the Knowledge Business Broker Blueprint. And I finished, but I got stuck, because I guess you're supposed to figure it out after that on your own. So I'm so fortunate that I met Lisa. I met her at the E-Woman conference in Dallas, which I was a keynote speaker there. And we connected. I'm currently taking her platinum coaching, and I also took her online business program on how to build a business course. And let me tell you, the very first week after I was done with this program, I made $23,000. Lisa really, truly cares about her clients. She wants to see results. She will hold your hand. She will walk you through and through. And I'm so blessed and so fortunate. Lisa, I am blessed by you, and I can't wait to be making more money with you. Thank you.
So happy to have that success for Maggie and also for others. It turned out that Oliver came to me. He's an investor. He teaches how to create wealth through multifamily generational homes and real estate. He followed the blueprint that I put together for him. He had 50 people register for his first event. 26 showed up. 6 ended up setting strategies, sessions. On his second call, he enrolled his first client for $5,000 following my $1 million close script. Same thing for Jasmine. Her first event didn't have as many people register. She's an efficiency expert, and she ended up having only 5 people show up, had 1 call following the $1 million script. Again, a proven system. She enrolled her first client for $13,000. A few days later, got another client So repeating history, following a proven system. You know, wherever you are, you want to actually model success. I shared with you, I've been with Tony for 27 years. When I came out with my first book, I shared it with him, and one of my friends fortunately caught it, was so excited that they caught me when I shared with Tony. He says, oh, you said you were going to do it. And I feel really blessed to have had that experience and still to be able to be mentored by him and everyone else he ever mentioned to me out there. So modeling success is not about, you know, having, you know, taking from one to another to another. It's really about taking the information, applying it, and finding someone who's actually done it and proved it and can take you there from A to Z, so you don't have to try to figure it out yourself. And I've been mentored by some of the best people in the world and traveled around the world from learning from these people. And over the last 27 years, invested over $1 million in my education and me to figure it all out. You don't have to do that. You can invest a fraction of that and get so much more to be able to build your own business. But realize that, you know, it's not going to happen without the work. And here in Modeling Success, I put together a sensational soundbite for you. Take a picture of the screen. You're going to want to. This is what's going to differentiate you from an elevator pitch, from somebody turning around and saying something about what do you do, and you say, oh, I'm a life coach. Oh, I'm a health coach. Oh, I do mortgage. I do real estate. This is going to be your differentiator. And this has been amazing for me because I'm going to show you how well it worked for me. Because when I go in a room and I'm at a Chamber of Commerce meeting or I'm at a networking event and someone says what I do, I don't turn around and say a business and life strategist. There can be another one next to me. This is how you're going to build your script. Typically, I work with and have who that ideal client is, and then who have the challenge of what's the problem that you have that you're solving for them that keeps them up at night, that they want to spend money to get fixed, right? And I help them get the advantages of working with you. And what that means is the benefit of what's in it for them. And who do you know who'd be interested in something like this? So let me give you an example of what a sensational soundbite sounds like. I went to an event recently with some friends, and it was at somebody's home. The woman happened to have been Marcy. She's a talk show host on CBS. She had some of her friends there. One person's a lawyer. One person has a networking group for women. Somebody else did myofascial massages. Somebody else was in real estate. And this is how they answered. Hi, my name is, I'm in real estate. Hi, whatever. That's not what so I'm there looking at who's there at the time as a business and life strategist. I said, I'm going to take the life strategist side. So here's what I said. I said, hi, my name is Lisa Liberman Wang, and typically I work with women typically I work with women who are successful in some areas, but not with themselves. They feel fine, which is how I used to feel, which was effed up, insecure, neurotic, and emotional. And they so much more want to be fabulous, awesome, beautiful. And what that means is I help them avoid years of shame, blame, and therapy so they can live an authentic life, happy, healthy, and free. Who do you know who'd be interested? I kid you not, we get done, we go into the kitchen to have some coffee and tea. One of the women walks over to me and said, I'm here to meet you. And sure enough, she did, she was, and she ended up becoming my client for Find to Fab, for working with me for Find to Fab. So here's the deal. What are you saying that's getting people to make the register ring ka-ching? If I was going to a business networking event, I'd answer differently. I would say, typically I work with entrepreneurs who are frustrated and overwhelmed, thinking they should be further along with their business. I help guide them to take back control, stop guessing, use our proven system to create a multiple 6- and 7-figure business online and off. What that means is they can leave the stress behind and have fun doing what they love. Who do you know who'd be interested in something like that? When you create your sensational soundbite, make sure you test it. And what I mean by that is test it with your ideal client who would actually be the one raising their hand and saying, yes, I want what you have. And if it's not your ideal client, somebody should be able to think of somebody who'd benefit from your solution. If they don't, then you need to go back to the drawing board and keep massaging it until they do. Remember always the fortunes in the follow-up. They have shown that it takes 16 touch points before someone says yes to us today. Years ago, statistically, we had to be in front of our ideal client at least 7 times before they'd say yes. But think about all the noise we have now with social media, things online. everywhere you go, your phones, your devices, everything around you is kind of looking to get your attention. It takes more time for somebody to get the attention. The challenge is most people get, put something in front of somebody once or twice, they don't bite, you say, oh, I'm not going to do it. Well, statistically, the sales are actually showing up between the 4th and the 8th touch point. 80% of them are showing up between the 8th and the 12th touch point. So if the fortune's in the follow-up, what are you doing to continue to put yourself in front of the client? Are you using social media? Are you sending emails? Are you texting? Are you calling? Are you doing webinars? Are you doing mailings? Are you meeting them at events? How are you getting in touch with your ideal client so that when the time is right and they need a shovel because it's snowing outside, that they think of you? Remember to always show up and add value and have people pay for it after. Use social media to promote yourself, but remember to be social, not just go out and sell, sell, sell. Give, give, give. I have a give, give, give model. Give, 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 then ask. Give, 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 and ask. Just like I'm giving, 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 then I'm going to make it ask, right? You need to remember to ask. It's not enough just to give, because if you don't ask, then they don't see that you have a product or solution that can solve their problem. You need to make sure you ask. Always follow up. And remember, the fortune is in the follow-up. And implementing Mastery to Millions is about taking everything I told you of mastering the mindset and really, doing a checkup from the neck up and knowing how you're marketing and building your business. Taking massive concerted effort that will actually create results that will make the register ring ka-ching. Modeling success from someone that's already done it already, that you don't have to guess on how to do it. Measuring what's working, measuring, monitoring, adjusting, controlling, having KPIs and knowing what you need to change, what we need to spend more time on, where we need to go further, managing it, whether it's you self-managing it or getting the right people in place to manage it and make sure things are implemented and action is being taken. And then marketing and innovation is critically important. In today's economy, more than ever before, it's all about marketing and innovation. It's how to be different, how to stand out from the crowd, and how to do something that other people may have done before, but do it in a different way that they see you as the expert. And then masterminding with like-minded people who actually are doing better than you. I always say, if you're the brightest bulb on the tree, then we're in trouble, right? You want to find other people that are brighter than you, that can lead you and lift each other up in every area you can. This is something you want to do. And when you do that around the areas of implementing what I showed you as a 6-figure plus coach in businesses, is being the expert out there, creating your ideal avatar, knowing who to market to and not marketing everyone and selling to no one, having your sensational soundbite, your program, your funnels, all these things put in place and creating that. When you do, you're going to see the success. Dr. Terry came to me and she was totally undervaluing her services, unbelievably talented doctor. She's a naturopathic doctor. And when we looked at what she did, we implemented the Mastery to Millions for her and the 6-figure plus coach. And we took her practices that she was doing a la carte and we put it together in a program. And when we did, within just 10 days, she went out and got new patients, completely new, didn't know her before, and did $21,000 in sales. And within a month, she actually did $45,000 in sales. She increased her income by 1,000%. What would that mean to you when you increase your income by 1,000%? It's amazing, wouldn't you agree? And it's not just Dr. Terry. Lisa's a nurse. She started the Nurses Institute for Leadership. And she came to me because she had been wanting to build her business for 5 years and super successful in her career, unbelievably successful, and the same token wasn't able to translate it into her own business because she didn't have the tools, resources to do that. And she needed a proven system. And literally, if you see what she said, in just 6 weeks, we were able to get a return of 400% on her business. Literally implementing this, she took her business to another level that was insane, that she didn't even do in 5 years. Literally crazy. So this is possible for you too. And if this is something that you're interested in, if you're ready to invest in yourself and your business, and you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, and you're not a tire kicker looking for something for free and not ready to do something, but you really want to take your business to the next level, to a multiple 6- and 7-figure business, I'm going to make an offer for the first 10 people that take action now to schedule a strategy session with me. Now you can apply for free, and you can do that, and we're going to only connect those people that actually fill out the form, and we believe that we can help you. And if we believe we can help you, we'll have that conversation. And if you're ready to take action and take your business to the next level and support more people with your gifts, I look forward to the opportunity of doing that with you. So take the notes. All the stuff you did is things that you can apply right now. There's no reason to wait. You can start seeing results. Add up how much all those notes are worth to you and what that will be worth. And imagine applying now. I just gave you a taste. Applying the full 7 secrets in the 6-Figure Plus Coach program, what that will actually mean to your business, and the lives you'll be able to save, the people you'll be able to help, the changes you'll be able to make in the world when you take your gifts out to the world and totally do what you're meant to do. I want to thank you for being here. I look forward to the opportunity of helping you take your dreams and bring them to fruition, and have a wonderful, blessed day.